Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. In this video, I'm going to tell you about all these holes in the side of my truck. So, going around town, and we took this truck to a car show just the other day, me and Paul did, and I can't tell you how many people say, "Oh, I like those stickers on your truck." Dude, these are not stickers. You can stick your hole, especially that one. You can stick your finger in the holes. That is a 50 BMG shot. So literally we shot my daily driver pickup a bunch in several videos a while back. Some of y'all probably haven't seen those videos, but I tell you what, one thing that really irks my chain and does not blow my hair back is when people do stuff, they have their thumbnail like this: "I'm gonna shoot my truck," and then they tell you about their truck and all this stuff, and then you watch the video for 20 minutes, and then at the end they're like, "I'm just kidding, I'm gonna go shoot this," or "Just kidding, I just got a $200 truck from a junkyard and I'm gonna shoot this." But we really shot my truck. I'm gonna roll that footage in here in a second, but check this out. I'm gonna back up and show you this truck. Paul at Heavy Metal Customs did all the work on that, cut the top off. That's literally my daily driver 1998 Ford Ranger. And I tell you what, if this video gets 100,000 views, it's not that hard, but if this video gets 100,000 views, since we took the top off of that truck, I had to go get a car to drive as my daily. So I went and got this 2004 Honda Odyssey with a bazillion miles and leaks oil, but you can see the paint's coming off and everything. That's what I drive to work and everything when it's raining. But I tell you what, if this video gets 100,000 views, I'll take all the guns that we got and shoot up my other daily driver, that Honda van. So share the mess out of this video. Let's roll in the footage of all those shots that this Ranger had to take. And believe it or not, some of them did not go all the way through the other side. Some of them did. But check out this footage. Today, we're going to be taking some shots with pistol calibers at the old Ford Ranger. See if the Ford Tough Ranger can stop pistol caliber bullets. I'm gonna set up the cameras. Let's go do some shooting at the Ford Ranger. See if it can stop some bullets. This is gonna be a lot of fun. We got the target set up. I'm just hoping it doesn't come out of gear and roll back down that hill into the creek. The park brake doesn't work, but let's get set up, get to shooting. I'm excited about this one. You can see here, laid out on the table, we have a whole slew of pistols. We're gonna be shooting a 22, a 380, a 9mm, a 38, and a 357, a 40 caliber, and a 45 down here at the end. Let's take a closer look at the guns and the bullets we're using. Then we're gonna run and get to the shooting. For the 22, we're going to be shooting an M&P 22 compact, and the bullets we are going to be firing is your standard Remington Thunderbolts. For the 380, we're going to be shooting a Taurus Spectrum, and the ammo that we're going to be using in it is Winchester 95 grain full metal jacket. For the 9mm, we have a High Point Model C9. And we're going to be shooting 124 grain Remington Green Box. For the 38 and the 357 Magnum, we're going to be shooting a Taurus Model 66. That's a sweet revolver. For the 38s, we're going to be shooting 130 grain Winchester White Box. For the 357, we're going to be shooting some Fiocchi 142 grain. For the 40 caliber, we're going to be shooting a SIG P239, and in the 40 we're going to be shooting some 180 grain Winchesters. And finally, for the 45, we're going to be shooting a High Point Model JHP, and we're going to be shooting 230 grain from the Remington Range Bucket. Now that you've seen a look at the pistols and all the bullets, we're going to go down to this end of the table, start with our M&P 22 and work our way down. Let's go take a look at the truck. I don't think I mentioned it yet, but this is my daily driver, so I'm gonna try to shoot it in a spot that will still allow me to, one, drive down the street, and be legal driving down the street. So hopefully I don't put any tail lights out or anything like that. But here's what we're gonna do. This back section right here, we're gonna shoot even with this, see if it goes through this side, through the inside of the metal, and then this bed liner. See if it goes out this side, and see if any of the bullets pass through and out the other side. I'm thinking that the only bullet that's gonna go through both sides of my truck bed and show an exit hole on the back end is gonna be the 357 Magnum. That's my guess. 357 is the only one that goes through the truck and back into the woods. Put down in the comments down below what you guys think is gonna happen. I don't know, maybe you've done this before, maybe they'll all go through. But give me your guess. Let's get to shooting. I'm gonna go grab the 22. Let's get started. All right, we're all set up now. Got the cameras rolling. What my aim is going to be for is the pinstripe that runs just all the way along the side of the bed. I'm gonna aim just below the pinstripe. My aim will probably absolutely be off, but that's what I'm aiming for, just below the pinstripe. First shot here with the 22, with those Remington Thunderbolts. Let's see what happens. Well, we definitely just put a hole in the side of my truck with that 22. Let's go see how far it went. All right, so walking up to the target, it's actually kind of hilarious. It looks like just what you'd see out of the movies. There's that 22, went through there, but now did it come through the other side? The 22 did not come through the other side. 22 caliber, put a hole in this side of the metal, but did not go through into the bed. Let's go load up the 380, see what happens. Good news is the 22 went through. I would assume we're not gonna get any ricochets back off this truck. Now we're shooting the 95 grain Winchester 380s out of the Taurus Spectrum. Let's see what happens with the 380. Walking up, we didn't miss the truck with the 380. You can see there's a little bit bigger hole, obviously, than the 22 there. Went through the first line, but did it come out the back? If you look right there, the 380 made a dimple, but the bullet did not come out. So we're getting a little bit further here. .22 went through the first side, 380 went through and made a dimple on the other side of my bed liner. Let's go take it to the 9mm. Now for the 9mm, we have the 124 grain Remington green box. See what happens with these babies. Ooh, with the 9mm, we hit a little bit higher on the pinstripe there. Did it come out? And yes, the 9mm did come out through here. Let's go check the other side of the bed. Ha ha! That was already there, that's not from a bullet. But if you look here, we now have a hole here. That was not there before. And we also have this dagger looking piece of metal sticking in. So the 9mm hit here and a piece of chunk there. We're gonna leave that in there. But the question is, did either of those pieces make a hole on the back side? No, we did not. 22 and 380 didn't make it into the bed, but the 9mm got stuck in the other side, but didn't go all the way through. Let's step it up again to the 38. Now we have the 130 grain Winchester white box 38. It's a little bit bigger bullet than that last 9mm shot. Let's see what happens. Shot that one pretty close to the 9mm hole. Let's see what we did. So, walking up to it with the 38, we've got quite a bit bigger hole than all the other shots so far, but did it pass through? We've got a new hole here. Yes, the bullet did come through this side of the truck bed. And then looking over here, we have a new hole right there, so it went to the bed liner. Now the question is going to be, did it come out the other side with the 38? And no, it did not. I still have a nice, clean, and pretty side to my Ranger over here on the right side. Now, here's the big question. Is the 357 gonna pass through the other side? I think it is. I think it is. It's gonna happen. Let's punch a hole through both sides of the truck. Now we've got the Fiocchi 142 grain 357 Magnum. See what happens with this one. That one was definitely louder with the 357 Magnum, but did it pass through? Walking up to the truck, there's the 357 Magnum hole. Did it come out this side? You can see a big difference on this one. The 357 Magnum made a clean hole through the bed liner, whereas all the others were just kind of making little dimples through it. So let's look at the other side. We have a new hole on this side, right there with the 357 Magnum, but did it come through the other side? Let's take a look. No, it did not. So none of the pistol calibers yet have been able to come through both sides of the truck bed. If any of them was going to make it all the way through into the woods, I thought it was going to be the 357 Magnum, but we still have hope with the 40 and the 45. Maybe we'll make it through with those two. All right, now we've got the SIG P239 with 180 grain bullets. Let's see if these suckers can punch all the way through. It's a bigger bullet. It might do it. Walking up to the truck, interesting thing about the 40 is it didn't jack up the paint near as much. That's definitely a big old hole there. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it came through this side, and yep, it sure did. Similar to the 357 Magnum, it made a cleaner hole coming out there. There's the 40 hole. Coming over to this side, this is the first clean hole we've had on this side. So I think we have a much better chance of the bullet going through to the outside, but let's see if it made it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. The bullet did not make it through, but it made a huge dent coming outwards and pushed the paint off the body. So the 40 caliber almost made it out the other side. Question is now, if the 40 made it almost, is that 230 grain 45 gonna have enough power to plow all the way through the other side? I'm thinking it's not, but let's go shoot it and see what happens. All right, now the biggest pistol caliber bullet that we brought out here, 45 ACP, 230 grain. Let's shoot this old Ranger, see if we can make it all the way through. I think I saw a bullet hit a tree behind the truck. Let's go see. Walking up to the truck here. There is the 45 hole. There is the 45 hole on this side. It's pretty clean, just like the 40 and the 357. There's where it hit on the other side of the truck. I think we might have some hope here, guys. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. 45 ACP went all the way through both sides of this Ford Ranger. Get a close look at that there. 45 ACP, and there was a 40 caliber. There's absolutely no denying this test here. We shot a 22, we shot a 380, a 9mm, a 38, a 357 Magnum, and even a 40. Not a single one of those could travel through both sides of this Ford Ranger. Only the 45 ACP was able to plow all the way through this Ford Ranger pickup. There's all the arguments of bullet weight, how fast the bullet's going, the pressures involved, but none of that was a match for the heavy hitter, the 230 grain 45 ACP that we shot here today. The funny thing is about this video is my wife told me she thought I was kidding when I said I was going outside to shoot the Ranger, and I thought she knew I was being serious, but that sucker's got holes in it now. Today in front of us we have a Rock Island 1911 10mm, and we have some Arms Corps 180 grain 10mm bullets to go with it. In this video we are going to be testing out, will a 10mm go all the way completely through a Ford Ranger? You can see I already clear coated it there, and I think it looks pretty awesome. You can't get stickers that look that good. That's the real deal, baby. Let's add another hole and see if it passes all the way through this Ford Ranger. I'm thinking that it will. Let's go load up. All right, so we've got this 180 grain arms coil round, Rock Island 1911 10mm. We're at about 7 yards, just like our previous test. Let's load it up, see if this 10mm plows all the way through the other side. Should be good. I'm gonna aim to the very right, so the very right hole will be the one that we just shot. Man, this is a nice gun. That front fiber optic sight is a beautiful thing there. Woo. Shot a tad bit high. Let's go see what happened. Ooh, that's a nice shooting pistol. So, walking up to it, like I said, it'd be the very right shot there. There is where the 10mm hit. You can see what it looks like in comparison to a bunch of other pistol calibers. But the main question is, did it go through both sides? There is where it came through the first wall. Now going through, I'm pretty sure that that is the new hole there. Let's check the other side. Haha, yes. Our answer is the 10mm absolutely will go all the way through a pickup bed. There are some shots from our other video. I've got to say again, I think looks pretty sweet when you put some clear coat on it. And there you can see the 10mm. Quite a vicious hole there, if I might say so myself. Can a 10mm go all the way through a Ford Ranger? The answer is yes, absolutely. That 10mm round packs a big old fat punch. We're gonna shoot my daily driver, Ford Ranger, with the 50 BMG out of a Barrett M99 super awesome rifle. You can see behind me right here, we've already done the pickup bed test with a bunch of pistol calibers. Let me show you the back. 2 pistol calibers went through the back. I'll give you 2 guesses while we're walking around for 3 seconds. 45 and the 10mm. Let me show you here. The 45 and the 10mm went completely through the opposite side of my pickup truck. I'm not real sure about what the 50 BMG is gonna do, but I think it'll go all the way through. I'm gonna set it up. We're gonna drive this pickup way out to the range, see what happens with the 50 BMG versus this pickup truck. No clickbait, I know you guys probably see that all the time. We're actually gonna shoot the truck. We'll drive it up to the range, up the road, put another hole in it with the 50 BMG. Hopefully we can hit it. Let's see what happens. Alright, that took forever because I got my truck stuck in the mud. I thought it was in 4-wheel drive, but it was only in 2. But I got it in 4-wheel drive. We got through the mud. Let's go shoot this pickup. Alright, here goes nothing. 50 BMG. Got the Barrett M99. About to take a shot. 50 BMG. Did I say 50 BMG yet? I'm pretty sure I just like to say that word, but here we go. Before my battery dies, fire in the hole. Scope's way down too far. Alright, so I am so glad I showed you the pistol shots earlier, because I just took a sneak peek at the exit of this pickup bed and it is ridiculous. Seriously ridiculous. But let's look at the entry hole of the 50 BMG. It was a little bit low. You can see all these shots up here we looked at before are from the pistol shots. Down here is the 50 BMG hole. My pinky will go in the 50 BMG hole up to that first knuckle. So you see the entry hole, that one on the bottom. Now let's go around the back. If you remember, only 2 holes were out the back. One was a 10mm and one was a 45. Let's look at the exit on this. It is so ridiculous. So if you remember, there was one of the pistol holes and there was one of the pistol holes. Notice anything different about the side of this pickup? First of all, it's kind of ridiculous because there's 2 really big holes. There's one there and then one here, which is, I'd say that this one has to be that 50 BMG round tumbling and then coming out the side. What in the world this is, I have no earthly idea. Some hunk of metal or what have you. But thanks for coming along and checking out this 50 BMG versus the Ford Ranger. Appreciate y'all watching the video, guys. Check out that. That one right there. That is where the 50 BMG was tumbling through. That is a huge hole. And that one right there, I could stick my whole thumb through that. Some kind of junk came out the side. But appreciate y'all watching. Share this video with your friends. Like I said, this video gets 100,000 views. That's not that many views, guys. We'll shoot up my rainy day daily driver over here behind the van. And we'll see what goes through a Honda. But as always, appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you on the next one. WHOTEEWHO!